Hi there. Welcome, everybody. So glad to see your shining faces. Know that some of you, I'm not seeing you right now, and you may be online. You may be online live, maybe online later. I'd like to welcome you at the beginning of this Pride Month. Whee! So I'd like to give a special welcome to all Two-Spirit LGBTQIA+ folks. I'd like to say that we see you, we hear you, we support you, and we celebrate you here at Seattle Unity. The inclusion and with love. So join us now. We're going to sing Joy.
This is Joy. Stand as you are able. It's real easy. Goes like this. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, no. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Yeah. The world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. Try it. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Yeah. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Yeah. The world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. Try this love. This love that I have. No, the world didn't give it to me. No, this love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, the world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. This truth that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This truth that I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, no, this truth that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, the world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. Let us pray on that.
So we breathe into the energy in the space, whether you're here in the room or joining online. We feel our connection to the sweet earth, our oneness and connection to spirit, as we affirm our opening statement. Together, there is but one presence and one power in my life and in the universe, God the good omnipotence.
Let's do a verse on this piece. And the lyric from this, Shirley Caesar, it's a gospel song. And it's something that we sing, especially when we are feeling oppression or feeling something that seems to come from the outside. And what we're doing is acknowledging those feelings don't necessarily come from the outside. They come from within you. So this peace, this truth, this heart, this love, this joy, all of the things that you want, we're acknowledging they reside, they start within us. And the world can do different things, but there's something the world can't take away. Let's start with peace. It seems so strange to say it doesn't come from the outside, but this song insists that it doesn't. 1, 2. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This joy, this joy, this joy that I have. Oh, oh, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it all. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Yeah, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, the
Good morning, Seattle Unity. I'm Andrea Carino. Hello. And today I am volunteering as your platform assistant. So I want to also welcome our online folks, and I invite you to enter your names in the chat prompt, list where you're joining from, and also be sure to include any prayer requests. You are an important part of our community as well. And now I would like everyone to affirm the prayer for the future on this slide. Divine love flows through Seattle Unity. As our congregation grows, we are blessed with deep and lasting friendships. We share creative ideas that spark new ways of being. We give generously from a place of abundance. We are empowered to do good in the world. And so it is. And now I invite any first-time visitors in the room to please raise your hands so ushers can provide you with welcome packets. Is there anybody new in the room? Yay, thank you, Anne. I met Anne earlier today. Welcome. We invite you to join us for coffee, tea, and refreshments following the service. A few other announcements. Reverend Diane is leading Metaphysics to Live By, an online workshop, Wednesday, June 17th. We will explore foundational unity teachings about human spiritual nature, consciousness, and the creative process, and how these impact our daily lives. This sounds really intriguing. Register online. Sunday, June 28th, Reverend Pamela Gutierrez is leading a workshop called Living from Your Whole Self that brings together Ayurveda and Unity's 5 principles. That sounds really interesting too. Find out more and register online at our website. You can find it at seattleunity.org/events. Following today's service, there is a community meeting with a Q&A with the Board of Trustees. It's upstairs in Unity Hall on the 3rd floor. There'll be a Zoom link for our online community to join. Also, go to the website /meeting, and you can find the Zoom link information there. Now, Dirk has an outreach announcement.
Good morning. Once again, it's Outreach Sunday, which falls every second Sunday of the month. We on this team reach out with your charitable contributions to organizations such as, yet not limited to, Compass Housing, Youth Care, Treehouse, and Mary's Place. Today, I'd like to revisit another one of the charities we support, Youth Care, adding a historical reference and recent update. Page 2. Youth Care, founded in 1974 when Joanne and Larry Sims experienced 2 pivotal moments that highlighted the enormous unmet need in their communities surrounding the trauma of youth experiencing homeless. This motivated them to take action. They convinced their church to sell the church building, which became one of the first shelters for youth facing homelessness on the West Coast. They have had many milestones since, some of which, in 2016, the creation of the Paul G. Allen Center at Youth Care doubled bed size availability for minors from 12 to 26. And in 2019, youth care expanded to over a dozen sites across Seattle, serving over 1,500 young people every year. Back to page 1. You may give in the following ways. We'll be in the lobby after service to accept cash, checks, and as always, gold bullion and precious gems. Use the special donation website on Seattle Unity's website donation page and text to give. We will have an outreach meeting after church today on the first floor in the focus room. All are welcome to attend. Thank you for your continued support of our outreach programs. You are the backbone of our success.
Thank you, Dirk.
And now I invite our online community to read the chat prompt today. What do you do when you feel great joy? And actually, what do you do, Erin, when you feel great joy?
Oh, I never don't feel joy. I just am.
And so it is. So I invite everyone in the room to stand and greet one another.
Stay standing as you are able. We're going to sing another song together. This has a Santana vibe. You can feel that, can't you? It's very summery. So there'll be a little dance break in the middle of this one, and I encourage you to do your Santana moves, whatever your summer cocktail moves are. The lyric's super easy. It goes like this. Don't you know that I am blessed? 'Cause I'm moving in the spirit. Sing that again. Don't you know that I am blessed? Let the spine move. 'Cause I'm moving in the spirit. And then there's a little back and forth. Yes, I'm moving in the spirit. Moving in the spirit. Moving in the spirit. Moving in the spirit. All together. Moving in the one eternal love. I am blessed. That's all it is. So not a lot of lyric, but more important than the lyric is that, the spine moving. So you're pressing to your limitations. So if you've had several spine surgeries, I will not be responsible for your next one. But press it, move around. Be a little embarrassing. Don't you know that I am blessed? 'Cause I'm moving in the spirit. Don't you know that I am blessed? Oh, blessed. 'Cause I'm moving in the spirit. Yes, I'm moving in the spirit. Moving in the spirit. Moving in the spirit. Moving in the spirit. Moving in the one eternal love. I am blessed. All right, you can change out that moving to, let's imagine imagine I'm working in the Spirit. So if you've been sitting in front of your computer or whatever work you're doing, imagine that you're doing it in the Spirit and try and move yourself, neck, shoulders, whatever you can move. 3, 4, 1. Don't you know that I am blessed? Because I'm working. Because I'm working in the Spirit. Don't you know that I am blessed? Yeah. Because I'm working in the Spirit. Yes, I'm working in the Spirit. Working in the Spirit. Working in the Spirit. Working in the Spirit. Working in the one eternal love. I am blessed. Let's take a little dance break. Get it working. Here we go. I'm living in the Spirit. So all day long, even when you're asleep, I'm living. Don't you know that I am blessed? 'Cause I'm living in the Spirit. Don't you know that I am blessed? So blessed. 'Cause I'm living in the Spirit. Yes, I'm living in the Spirit. Living in the Spirit. Living in the Spirit. Living in the Spirit. Living in the one eternal love. I am blessed. Say that again. I am blessed. Let's do it a couple more. I am blessed. Feel it. I am blessed. So blessed. I am blessed. I am blessed. Two more. I am blessed. I am blessed. You are, in fact, blessed. Please be seated. All right, we're halfway through June. Did you notice that? Next Sunday, there are two things that I want to tell you about today, and they're both important. Next Sunday's Father's Day. So if your Father's Day picture showed up in the slideshow last year, send me permission to reuse it, unless he's in trouble now and you don't want to put it in there. That can happen. If you would like your dad's picture or a picture of you as a dad or granddad or great-granddad to be in that slideshow, send it to me after the service today or tomorrow. Send it to me pretty quick, and you can go to our website to find the contact information with that. The second really important thing is something I've been so excited about for months. So next week is the solstice. That's the 21st is the solstice. And this year I call it partying with the witches, but it's really singing with the community singers, and these are some young people, lots of non-binary folks, and one of them was so inspiring to me, I asked them if they would lead a singing circle next Sunday. And so they said, could it be a queer solstice thing? And I'm like, could it be? Yeah! And by queer, it means queer and allies. So you don't have to be queer. You can also be straight or questioning or whatever it is that is not queer. I don't know. Is there stuff that's not queer? We're all pretty queer. Anyway, it's at 3 p.m. next Sunday. Again, I'm super excited. I don't do a lot of non-Sunday service events here. And this is one that I'm ecstatic about. This is a young person that was, have you ever met a young person that made you feel like, oh, we're not dying as a species? Right? So when I meet people like that, I want to tell other people to come and meet this person. So that's next Sunday as well. It's free. You can just come in. All right. And it's right here. It's in this room. So we get to look at you know how to get here. Isn't that convenient? So we're about to step into the more contemplative part of our Sunday service. Services at Unity go up and down in energy, and the middle of that part of the service is going to be a silent meditation that we'll share all together. It's about 3 or 4 minutes, so I encourage you to become comfortable in your chairs. But the first step into this new contemplative space comes through a reading. And today that is from someone who has been here for a very long time in this community and in New Thought. So this is Laura Hebert.
Thanks. So today's offering is Eagle Poem by Joy Harjo. To pray, you open your whole self to sky, to earth, to sun, to moon, to one whole voice that is you. And know there is more that you can't see, can't hear, can't know, except in moments steadily growing, and in languages that aren't always sound, but other circles of motion, like eagle that Sunday morning over Salt River. Circled in blue sky, in wind, swept our hearts clean with sacred wings. We see you, see ourselves, and know that we must take the utmost care and kindness in all things. Breathe in, knowing we are made of all this, and breathe, knowing we are truly blessed because we were born and die soon within a true circle of motion, like eagle rounding out the morning inside us. We pray that it will be done in beauty, in beauty.
I invite you to breathe, to be still, and to know. Be still and know that I am God. 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 Be still and know that I
northern lights in our skies, plants that grow and open your mind, things that swim with a neon glow. How we all got here, nobody knows. These are real things. These are real things. Oh, what a world. Don't want to leave. All kinds of magic all around us. It's hard to believe. Thank God it's not too good to be true. Oh, what a world. And then there is you. Did I know you once in another life? Are we here just once or a billion times? Well, I wish I knew, but it doesn't matter, 'cause you're here right now, and I know what I feel, and these are real things. These are real things. Oh, what a world. I don't want to leave. All kinds of magic all around us. It's hard to believe. Thank God it's not too good to be true. Oh, what a world. And then there is you. And then there is you. And these are real things. These are real things. Oh, what a world. All kinds of magic. Tell me it's not too good to be true. Oh, what a world. And then there is you. And then there is you. And then there is you. And then there is you.
Lauren Drake. Yeah.
Every Sunday, another gift. Yeah? So each of you is a divine idea in divine mind. Did you know that? You're not believing me. I'm not feeling it. Come on, wake up. So we continue to kind of build up our spiritual foundation. That's our annual theme for this year. And in this month of June, we're talking about metaphysics, but not the stodgy, dry metaphysics just left to the philosophers. This is the metaphysics that Unity teaches, that is really about how we can live more consciously each day, how we can celebrate who each of us is and bring more of our kind of true self forward in the midst of everything else that's going on. And so for just a little light topic, last week we started with heaven and hell. Yeah, because why not just jump right in, right? And in unity metaphysics, we don't believe that heaven and hell is someplace that you kind of focus on just when you die, someplace that you go to. It's not someplace up in the sky. Heaven and hell are states of consciousness, right here and right now. So we are each individually and collectively creating our own hells and our own heavens right here in this moment. So who would like a little less hell and a little more heaven? Anybody? I know. I'm there. I'm there. And so we talked about last week that one of the ways to lean into that is, of course, through our spiritual practices of prayer and meditation. And I want to focus on today our second unity principle, and that is the divine idea of you. It's that each of us has within us this spiritual essence. And I think out of all of our 5 principles, I think this one might be the most challenging for people to really embody and embrace and really live fully from. And why do you think that is? Why do you think that second unity principle is maybe the most challenging, that divine idea that you are? We don't think we're worth it? Why else? Why do you think it's maybe the most challenging for us to really own that we are kind of spiritual? We have that divine nature within us. Can't believe that God lives in us, right? Yeah. It's too big. It's like too big a concept, Mariah.
Oh, I just love my ego.
I love my ego. Yeah, Carol. Don't want the responsibility. Yes. Evidence to the contrary. Yeah, Donna. It's invisible, right? It's not tangible, right? It's all of these things, right? It's our beliefs. It's the way we're walking through the world. It's what we see and experience with our senses, right? So there's a clicking.
It's a necklace. Actually, your earring. Is it? Is there an earring?
Okay, we're going to do a little dressing. Let's see if that's... I'll just wear one earring.
Nice.
There we go.
But it might be the necklace.
It might be the necklace. Oh, no jewelry anymore? All right. Well, if it keeps going, I'll switch to a handheld.
Can you pull it further towards your mouth, see where the mic is? There it is.
Yes, Nick told me not to do that. But, yeah. But that's okay. Thank you all for the help. Appreciate that.
It takes a village.
It does take a village. So truly owning our true identity, our divine nature, right? It's a challenge because we have these other beliefs, these subconscious thoughts, right, that tell us otherwise. We have our senses that give us different experiences out here in the world, right? We have the kind of inner chorus. Anyone else, right? The inner critic, the fearful one, the doubting one, all of that. It can be a lot of noise, yeah? And so one of Unity's teachings, its metaphysical teaching, is around kind of this tool that can be useful, the spiritual way of looking at things, and that is to distinguish between the personality and individuality. And by personality, in this context, we're defining it as the beliefs and opinions about ourselves. They're transitory. They change about ourselves and other people. Individuality, as we're defining it here, is our real true self, our spiritual self, unchanging and constant. And how much of your time do you think you spend focusing on the personality versus that interior individuality, that core essence, right? I know it's tricky. I know for myself, I get pulled into the personalities, right? That's what we see on the surface. That's what we interact with. It takes work to remember there's something deeper. There's something behind the personality. And that's part of our spiritual work. So most people are focused on the personality with the embedded assumptions and biases and everything that goes with that. But to be able to hold this dual awareness of every person having both a personality, which we may or may not get along with, right? A few billion people on the planet. We might resonate with some, not with others. But the individuality, even though each one of us is unique, that is a place where we can see and connect with one another. So we have the potential to bring forth more of a heaven state of consciousness, but it takes practice. It takes work, right? It doesn't tend to be our default way that our brain works. And so there's a saying, as above, so below. We hear it in scriptures and different esoteric teachings, and it's often kind of corresponds to as in heaven, so on earth. But again, not a heaven that's somewhere up in the clouds, but a heaven that's really about a higher state of consciousness, a higher vibration. So the more we nurture that higher state of consciousness, that spiritual awareness, the more that becomes the food for our human consciousness and our human awareness, versus just the outside messages and the inner programming that's been there for a long time. So we have a way of looking at this, the divine idea view, that's sort of woven into this kind of Holy Trinity, which again is another way of looking at how our spiritual existence and our human existence really go together. And so in unity, we look at the Holy Trinity, of course, as God, Christ, Holy Spirit, but metaphysically it is divine mind, divine idea, and expression. And so each person is a divine idea in divine mind or God, right? Before there is any form or human existence, there is first an idea in consciousness. And so humans are that divine idea. And so just breathe that in. We're going to take it in little bits. Just see if there's a little opening, a little space where you might be able to accept that. And so because humans are created in the image and likeness of God, we have within us as well mind, idea, expression. And the first two of those happen in the unformed, right? Mind and idea. And the third expression may or may not be in the physical, right? In the ways that we create things and build things in art and music, the way we express our feelings and our emotions. So again, how much of our time do you think we spend in this third phase, focused on expression, and how much of our focus is on these other two phases, mind and idea, that precede the expression, that precede the physical ways that we're showing up in the world? So we've been talking about if we can just shift a little bit to just have a little more balance, feed a little bit more energy into the ways that we're looking at the world through our mind and our ideas. I love this quote by Charles Fillmore, one of the co-founders of Unity. He said, "If you would know the mystery of being, with a capital B, see yourself in being. Know yourself as an integral idea in divine mind, and all other ideas will recognize you as their fellow worker. Throw yourself out of the Holy Trinity, and you become an onlooker. Throw yourself into the Trinity, and you become its avenue of expression." So to not be the bystander looking at the world around us, but to truly own that we are part of the creative process. We are part of the creation that is happening all around us all the time. An expression of divine mind, a divine idea expressing other divine ideas. That's you. And in this month of Pride, when we're celebrating Pride, it is a beautiful opportunity to remember that every person is that divine idea. Every person is holy and sacred and unique and special. Isaiah 56:7, it says, "These I will bring to my holy mountain and make them joyful in my house of prayer. Their burnt offerings and their sacrifices will be accepted on my altar. For my house shall be called a house of prayer for all peoples. All peoples. And so I think it is unfortunate and tremendously sad that religion has been and continues to be used as a weapon against our LGBTQIA+ friends and loved ones, right? And so it's taking a message of love. At its core, the message is God is love, and every person is love, that expression of God in action. I was rereading a book by author Jan Phillips. It's a memoir called Still on Fire, Field Notes from a Queer Mystic. And if you haven't had a chance to check it out, it is really a wonderful read. It's a lot of kind of snippets of stories within kind of her life. And she had a very unique kind of upbringing. She was a devout Catholic. Devout, by devout I mean like really, really Catholic. Really, really, like lineage of Catholic family members going back, you know, family of 14 on the East Coast, you know, Catholic school, regular mass, you know, all of it, the full package. And she loved her Catholic upbringing. She loved it. She loved the prayer and the meditation and the devotion and the ritual and the candles and the incense. She loved it. And when they moved to Syracuse, New York, and she was having a hard time making friends because she was different, as she described. She was a tomboy, and she didn't make friends easily. And so she started to decline and started to kind of internalize and go within. And one of her teachers, a nun, noticed it and told her mother and said, I think we need to do more to draw Jan out, to help kind of build her confidence up again. And so this nun, who was one of her teachers, started doing that, and Jan noticed it. She would praise her, and whenever she had the chance, and Jan started to feel, oh, I can be important. I can be noticed. I can contribute. I can help others. She noticed that she was a leader, that other students started to turn to her. So when she was at this point of having suicidal thoughts at the age of 11, 12, right? This teacher noticed and was able to help turn that around. And so Jan wanted to be like this nun. Basically, she wanted to save lives. So that was what she associated with it. So she loved her Catholic faith. Just one thing is she knew, even at that young age, she was a girl that loved girls. She was a lesbian. So she had this challenge of being devoutly Catholic. And this was, by the way, in the 1950s and 1960s. So it was a very challenging time in a number of ways. And so she was so committed to that idea of being a nun that at the age of 18, she actually went into the convent. And that entire time, she had this tremendous heart opening around the prayer and the devotion and community. And then she happened to also be a free spirit and very passionate. And so the whole obedience part wasn't working for her. And again, she knew she wasn't accepted. So there was this dissonance in her beliefs. She wasn't accepted for who she was. So she was in this continual flux between her own personal hell and her own personal heaven, kind of moving between the two constantly. And as she writes in her memoir, it took decades. By the way, they didn't accept her as a nun. And that was a gift as well, right? But she remained deeply spiritual, and the Catholic faith, even through all of her life and all the changes, was very important. And she related one story where, and so her mom had basically closed her out of the family home. So she wasn't welcome there because she was a lesbian. But there was a time where she and her mom were going up to see her grandmother in upstate New York. And Jan's aunt, Ruth, happened to be there and didn't know about any of this and found out in that moment that Jan was a lesbian, that her mom had closed her out of the house and kind of not disowned her, but basically distanced the family from her. And Ruth was also a devout Catholic, right? Same family. This was Jan's mom, sister. Weekly mass, multiple going to mass, prayer group weekly, all of that. But the heart was more important. And so Jan's aunt admonished her sister and said, Jesus taught love. Jesus was about loving people, not excluding people. All you need to do is love your daughter. It doesn't matter who she loves. You should be glad she's loving people, right? That was the message that we were supposed to take away. And that's the message we need to keep putting out there. What's important is that we're carrying love forward for every person. We're seeing that divine that is within each person, that spiritual essence that is the truth of every single person. And so, if you haven't had a chance, it is a wonderful read. And again, it's Jan Phillips. And it's definitely worth it during this time. So in spiritual community, we have this opportunity, you know, it's in our mission statement to be a welcoming community. And so we have an opportunity to be that welcoming presence where maybe people are not experiencing that, right? To open our doors, open our arms. And I think it's also important for us to ask, how can we even go deeper into a sense of belonging so that every person that walks in the door, LGBTQIA+, regardless of race, regardless of ability, regardless of social, economic standing, whatever it is, that every person feels a sense of belonging. And we all create that together. And so during this kind of month of Pride, sort of one commitment that the staff and the leadership has taken is there's a program called Folks with Faith, and it's Folks with an X. And it was started in 2022 by Unity Minister Reverend Jackie Fernandez. And she saw a need for this kind of gap that happens. So not everybody that is LGBTQIA+ has had religious trauma, but many have. And so one is to create spiritual community where everyone is welcome, and then also to support other faith communities in doing so as well. And so we've committed to doing this training. There's like 12 modules, and Mitch Hunter is going to be leading a couple of workshops. So there's ways for the entire community to join in, and it's going to be about transformative allyship. And whether you're LGBTQIA+ or an ally, this is really a tremendous opportunity for us to deepen our roots and deepen the ways in which we create a sense of belonging together for everyone. Yeah. So there'll be more information coming out about that, and thank you again, Mitch, for helping lead that. I invite you to join me and several others in deepening our individual and collective spiritual journeys this Wednesday. So again, leading a metaphysics workshop, but it's metaphysics to live by. So we'll be putting into practice some of these things that we've been talking about, and how can we make it part of our daily living to shift our focus and maybe get a little more balance of calling in and owning and claiming that divine identity, that divine idea that is you. And so I want to close with a poem that Jan Phillips had. It's Prayer from My Morning Meditations. It says, I have no name for you, coursing through my veins, feeding me like sun feeds the tulip and rain feeds the rose. I can't call you Father, Mother, God. I call you mine. I call you me. We are entwined and not a molecule separates us. This bond of seen and unseen, infinite and finite, this ardor of unnameable mystery. Words of gratitude fly from my mouth like starlings. Every nanosecond you swirl through me, breathing me, lifting me, lighting me. I blaze across your sky like a runaway comet. Rain from your thunderclouds saturates my desert. The sound of your hail awakens my joy. Yes, I am a star birthed in the Big Bang of you, spiraling toward the black hole of you, all ravenous and voracious, craving your emptiness. Nothing exists but the breath of you, breathing us day and night. We call ourselves seekers, though wherever we look, you are there. I proclaim you in verbs and nouns. I wear the skin of you, dispense your aroma with every move, the splendor of your graces, the world when I walk by, so casually, radiating your fire. And so it is. Blessings. So we come now to that time to give up our tithes and our offerings. So it is opportunity to participate in that flow of giving and receiving, that flow of circulation. You can text to give 206-350-8448 or through our website. And of course, checks and cash are welcome as well. And so let us bless our offering together. I give willingly, joyfully, and lovingly, knowing that God is the constant source of my supply. I give with graciousness and receive with gratitude.
I was raised up believing I was somehow unique, like a snowflake, distinct among snowflakes, unique in each way you conceive. And now after some thinking, I'd say I'd rather be a functioning cog in some great machinery, serving something beyond me. But I don't know what that will be. I'll get back to you someday soon, you will see. What's my name? What's my station? Oh, just tell me what I should do. I don't need to be kind to the armies of night that would do such injustice to you, or bow down and be grateful and say, sure, take all that you see, to the men who live only in dimly lit halls and determine my future for me. But I don't know what to believe. I'll get back to you someday soon, you will see. If I had an orchard, I'd work till I'm raw. If I had an orchard, I'd work till I'm sore. And you would wait tables and soon run the store. Gold hair in the sunlight, my light in the dawn. If I had an orchard, I'd work till I'm sore. If I had an orchard, I'd work till I'm sore.
Lauren Drake. Lauren Drake.
And so we put a final blessing on the offering. We are so grateful for the generosity of this community and all the gifts that are given. We see it returning to each giver in beautifully expected and unexpected ways. And so it is. So just want to remind you that we have a community meeting upstairs following the service. We'll probably actually get started about 11:30. So our online folks, so you know, you can get coffee, tea, and then it won't be very long. So the board will provide an update upstairs. I'm going to ask our prayer chaplains that are serving today to please come up. So we have Therese available to pray with you. So if you have a prayer request, I invite you to find her after the service. And so just a little shout out to some of our online folks. Hello to Cynthia, who's joining in from Shoreline. Danny's joining in from West Seattle. Dorothy from Kirkland. Faith from Seward Park. Hi from Maine. Kathleen. Louise from West Lynn, Oregon. Margaret from Corvallis, Oregon. Hello, Melissa, joining in from Angle Lake. MJ from Greenwood. Susan, John, and Bed from Vashon Island. Hello, Tom, joining in from Monroe. Julia, joining in from the UK. Renee and Marcia from West Seattle. And so we are grateful for the technology that allows us to connect together. So we come now to a time of praying together in community for those that have requested prayer. And so I invite you to take a breath. And with that breath, we use that to center in our hearts, knowing there is no distance or time in spirit. And so we call forth divine order unfolding in the lives of Christopher and Judy, Jessica and David. We hold in light and love and call forth divine guidance and wholeness for Dan, Terry and Stacy, Malcolm and Marshall. We send our blessings and hold in love and light Donna and Eleanor, the dog sitter, Nancy and Petra, Ariel. We call forth guidance and wisdom, abundance and wholeness in the lives of Rich and Steve, Kyle, Carol and Christina. We hold in love and light Jacob and Rusty, Dorothy, Stephanie, Cynthia, Anne, Louise. We give thanks for guidance unfolding and clarity for Sabrina, Janet, the Abramson family, and anyone else you know in need of prayer or a place. I invite you to speak it now. We give thanks for the power of prayer and the ability to shift in a moment to an awareness of our oneness with God, our oneness with Spirit and one another. And so these prayers and blessings go forth and do their good work. And so it is. Amen. And let us close with our prayer for protection. Together, the light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Sing a closing song together. This is Wherever I Am. I encourage you to hold hands if you wanna, but if you don't wanna, that's also okay. Hey, you wanna?